We're going in focus tonight after Tulsa police tell us 2 people were killed in a crash in front of a Tulsa fire truck on Monday.
Police say the driver of a car turned in front of a fire truck with its lights and sirens going on 41st Street between Harvard and Yale. Officers say there were 6 people in the car that was supposed to seat 5 people. Police say a 23-year-old woman and a 5-year-old girl died, and a pregnant woman survived, but the baby she was carrying died as a result of the crash. The other passengers in the car were taken to the hospital. Police are still investigating. State law requires drivers to pull to the right and stop when they see a police car, fire truck, or an ambulance with lights and sirens going.
Those who drive these emergency vehicles will tell you drivers often do not know what to do, so they slam on their brakes or pull to the left or just keep driving. News on 6's Caitlin Deggs is live with what emergency responders wish all drivers knew. Caitlin?
Jonathan and Tatum, driver's ed teachers and officers say it's important to pay attention to your surroundings and pull over when you hear those sirens, because you never know where they're headed. Tulsa police say deadly crashes like the one that happened near 41st and Yale are a sad reminder of how dangerous driving can be and why it's so important to pull over when an emergency vehicle comes up beside you.
It's an atypical situation. People will panic, and they don't always pull over to the side. If you ever watch an emergency vehicle trying to go down the road, people just go every which direction.
Bo Wyckoff is a driver's ed teacher and says when you hear the lights and sirens, it's important to react immediately, but also calmly.
Where you can't safely move to that right, you just want to stop. That's going to show the emergency responders that you've recognized the sirens, you've heard them, and you're reacting accordingly to them.
He says it's written in state statutes that you have to slow down and pull over to the right every time.
As a motorist on the road in Oklahoma, you are required to move to the right as far as possible and stop. And then you wait for that emergency vehicle to pass. On the same lines, you also want to be aware of, hey, am I hearing more sirens?
Police say it's very common for people to panic and not know what to do, but that puts everyone in danger.
It's these moments that represent a stark reminder that, we're fragile, and we feel pretty safe in our little metal cage, but it's really not that safe.
And they say it's much harder for a fire truck to stop its momentum than a car, so it's important not to make sudden turns right in front of them. Live in downtown Tulsa, Caitlin Deggs, Oklahoma's Own, News on 6.
And state law requires anyone to move over or slow down for more than just first responders. Lawmakers modified the safety zone law in 2019. That means drivers have to move over for any stationary vehicle with flashing lights, including hazards. If there's not another lane, you should slow down. And those who don't could get a ticket.